Hello everyone, welcome to Educators Plus and in today's video we will be discussing about personal interview method. So देखिए जो interview method होता है data collection का that involves presentation of oral verbal stimuli and reply in terms of oral verbal responses. ना इस मेथड को बेसिकली हम लोग यूज़ कर सकते हैं दो तरीके से बाय पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज़ एंड ऑल्सो थ्रू टेलीफोन इंटरव्यूज़. इन दिस वीडियो हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट पर्सनल इंटरव्यू मेथड and in the upcoming video we will be discussing about telephone interviews method, right? So जो personal interview method होता है basically it requires a person known as the interviewer which is asking questions in a face to face manner to the other person, right? And at the time the interview may also ask certain questions and the interviewer responds to these, but usually the interviewer जो होता है वो initiate करता है interview को और collect करता है information को, right? Now the method of collecting information through personal interview is usually carried out in a structured way. So as such we call the interviews as structured interviews. Now ऐसे structured interviews में क्या होता है? So basically structured interviews जो होते हैं वो involve करते हैं the use of a set predetermined questions. और ये जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं ये highly standardized techniques of recording use करते हैं, right? In a structured interview method. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जो इंटरव्यूअर होता है वो एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में फॉलो करता है रिजिड प्रोसीजर जो उसको पहले से लेट डाउन किया जाता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस इन अ फॉर्म एंड ऑर्डर प्रिस्क्राइब. एंड इसके अगेंस्ट इज द अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यूज विच आर कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. क्योंकि देखो जो स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू होते हैं वो रिजिड होते हैं कैरेक्टर में, क्योंकि उसमें आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते पैटर्न ऑफ आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी प्री डिटरमाइंड होते हैं. But as against the unstructured interview, it is characterized by a flexibility of approach to questioning. So unstructured interviews में कोई follow नहीं करते हैं वो लोग system of predetermined questions and standardized techniques of recording information. जो नॉन स्ट्रक्चर इंटरव्यू होते हैं उसमें जो इंटरव्यूअर होता है उसके पास एक ज़्यादा फ्रीडम होती है, ग्रेटर फ्रीडम होती है कि वो आस्क कर सकता है क्वेश्चंस. कभी कभी ही इफ ही वांट्स ही कैन आस्क सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस एंड एट टाइम्स ही मे ओमिट certain questions if the situation so required. So he may even change the sequence of questions कि उसको लग रहा है कि जो लास्ट क्वेश्चन है वो उसे पहले पूछना है, जो उसको पहला क्वेश्चन दे रखा है वो उसे लास्ट में पूछना है. से interviewer can change the sequence of questions and he has relatively greater freedom while recording the responses to include some aspects and also to exclude other aspects. So yes, this was about unstructured interviews. Now let's discuss about the chief merits of the interview method. So the first merit is that more information and that too in greater depth can be obtained through this method. Apart from that जो interviewer है he or she can by his own skill can overcome the resistance and the interview method can be made to yield an almost perfect sample for the general population. Apart from that, there is greater flexibility under this method as the opportunity to restructure questions is always there, and specifically in the case of an unstructured interviews. Apart from that, जो observation method होता है that can as well be applied to recording verbal answers to the various questions. And also personal information can as well be obtained easily under this method. Samples can be controlled more effectively as there arises no difficulty of missing returns, and the interviewer can usually control which person will answer the question. Further, the language of the interview can be adapted to the ability or educational level of the person interviewed, and as such misinterpretations concerning questions can be avoided. But there are also certain weaknesses of this method. So now let's discuss those. So firstly, it is a very expensive method, especially when large and widely spread geographical sample is taken. Further, इस मेथड में एक पॉसिबिलिटी होती है कि बायसनेस आ जाती है थोड़ी ऑन द पार्ट ऑफ द इंटरव्यूअर एज वेल एज दैट ऑफ द रिस्पोंडेंट, एंड देयर ऑल्सो रिमेन्स द हेडेक ऑफ सुपरविजन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ द इंटरव्यूअर्स. फर्दर, सर्टेन टाइप्स ऑफ रिस्पोंडेंट सच एज इम्पॉर्टेंट ऑफिशियल्स या फिर जो एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैं या पीपल जो हाई income groups may have, they may not be easily approachable under this method, so the data may prove inadequate. Further, this method is relatively more time consuming, specifically when the sample is large and the recalls upon the respondents are necessary. Further, interviewing at times may also introduce systematic errors. So yes, this was all for today's video. I hope you find this video helpful. Then please do like, share and comment, and stay tuned for the more upcoming videos. Thank you.